Missouri Republicans want to stop federal gun law enforcement in the state, especially after a federal judge deemed the first attempt unconstitutional.
WGE Missouri Capitol reporter Hannah Falcon explains the debate on whether to reenact the Second Amendment Preservation Act.
The bill authors don't think this version will be deemed unconstitutional, and here's why. The federal court said the old version was unconstitutional because it tried to override federal law. But this version just says state agencies cannot enforce any federal gun laws that are different than Missouri laws. However, there is still the chance for some challenges.
I'm sitting here feeling a little deja vu.
Kristen Bowen with Moms Demand Action is disappointed to once again hear lawmakers consider the Second Amendment Preservation Act.
We know what it will do because we've seen this bill before.
Well, for 2 full years, this was law and was enforced, and honestly, we had no real true issues whatsoever.
Harrisonville Republican Senator Rick Bratton defended the bill on the floor today. He says it would only protect the rights of law-abiding Missourians.
Just because I have multiple AR-15s and the feds all of a sudden made AR-15s and 30-round mags, illegal, all of a sudden I don't become a felon.
Bowen worries that this could open the state up to more lawsuits on the taxpayers' dime.
What we need to see is our lawmakers working and using their basic common sense to consider public safety and Missourians' lives, and instead they're working on something that we know is unconstitutional.
Under the new Second Amendment Preservation Act, law enforcement departments would be fined $50,000 if found enforcing federal gun laws. There is less than 2 weeks for lawmakers to get bills across the finish line. Reporting in Jefferson City, I'm Hannah Falcon, WGEM News.